he's going to share with us his tips for winterizing your landscape.
That's right.
Daniel, I see you brought us some props this morning. Tell us, what do these mean and how would I use them differently?
Yeah, for sure. So we've got a couple items here on the table. I guess first off, we have our frost shield. You get this at any hardware store. You can even get it bulk online and
Okay.
Amazon, a little cheaper if you have a lot of landscaping
Yes.
you need to cover. But you do want to make sure that you have something that will allow air and water through.
Okay.
So if you have if you're trying to use like a plastic or something like that,
Yes.
you're not going to get any air through, and you're not going to let any water through, and that will actually, if you leave it on there, will kill your plants.
Okay, so.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
If
All right.
you do, it's just that night and pull it off immediately the next day.
Okay,
But
so it's the
typically-
short term.
Yeah.
Short term only. Now, I've also used bed sheets. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bed sheets can work.
Okay.
They are porous. They have some holes. They are going to let light
Yes.
through. They are going to let a little water through. And so, if you needed to, and you just that's all you have available, that could work too.
Okay.
You just really want something a little more porous.
I see. All right. So this is now. It's in the plastic, but it's a mesh.
Yeah, it is a mesh, and we're going to pull it out here in just a little bit.
Okay.
But it is a mesh. It's a non-woven product, and so it's gonna, like I said, it's porous and it's gonna allow light and water.
Light and water. Okay, you've got a couple other things here.
Yep. So that's a frost blanket. Next up, we have burlap. This can be used as well, but typically for the burlap, we're gonna use this for wrapping trees and shrubs.
Okay, I've seen that.
Now,
Now, why do we do that? Is that the same reason to protect from winter? I always thought there was some bug reason that we were wrapping the base of the tree.
Yeah. So the base of the tree, you want to wrap that because if water gets in the bark and then freezes, it'll actually separate that bark from the tree and then kill that tree or shrub. And so, and if you have new trees or small, typically on a larger tree, it's not going to be as important, but definitely new landscape trees and shrubs, you're going to want to wrap those trunks.
And that's the reason is because the water can penetrate, and since water expands when it freezes, it's going to break that apart.
Yep.
That's brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Now, I noticed you brought us one of these. That Lowe's was out of these during the harsh winter that we had several years back. I now have a couple. When should we buy these?
So I would recommend getting those, October, November, before the freezes come, because like you said, they wear out. I actually could not get any either. And
Really?
So funny story is, what will actually work if you need to is just rags and tape.
I've seen that.
It's not fun and it's not ideal, and your wife might not be happy about all the kitchen rags being outside.
Yes.
But it will work.
Okay.
So I did the same thing and went and picked up some early this year.
Yes. And this, for those who don't know what I'm holding, it insulates your hose bib.
Yep.
Your exterior hose bib on the side of the house.
Yep.
And what else do you have for us?
So we're gonna have some mulch out there. I don't have on the table with me yet. We will have some mulch. We'll talk about that. And then the last thing is just some landscape pins come in really handy for holding this down.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
don't
instead of cinder blocks that I'm lugging in from the barn, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Some landscape pins.